Okay, you know, I'm noticing something already that I really like that you're doing. Oh, no DP? We gotta get a DP there. Okay. I like this. That's smart. All right, Ryu player. Is this you? Any reviews specifically? Like, do you want me to watch ones that you were losing or something? Do you need help with any? Because you're beating everybody's ass here. Sagat? Okay, let's watch Sagat. All right. Oh, I like the jump in. Nice conversion. It was meterless. You ain't got to be too scared to spend meter there, though, to be fair, because low meter. But hey, you saved it for the OD fireball, which was good. You got Denjin charge. You're sitting, playing mid-screen, throwing out normals. Yeah, that was just weird. I don't blame you for getting hit there. That was just strange. He's plus. Can't press there. He was plus there. Nice DP. What I'm going to do here really quick, I'm going to turn off the frame meter because it just kind of gets in the way. Oh, unfortunate drop. All good. And you can still win this. You're playing strong with that heavy punch. Just throwing that shit out. I like it. That's the only problem when you're throwing out that heavy punch as much as you are. You gotta be careful. You can block those lows. Oh, you could have killed him there. Hold up. Yeah, you could definitely punish there. Just worth noting. All right, what we got here? Oh, I like this. I like this. You got meter. Spend it, right? Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful reset of the overhead. That was good. Okay. You know, I'm noticing something already that I really like that you're doing. You're throwing out little light jabs and stuff like that mid-screen whenever, you know, you're in that footsies range. I like that because, especially against Sagat, he doesn't really have any, like, quick reaction-like moves that he can use to whiff punish. When he's trying to swing at you, you know, for throwing out a button, just because he's trying to just get you on anything, he's not going to hit you, obviously, because he's slow and you're throwing out a small little normal, which is smart. And then it gives you the opportunity to punish if he decides to whiff. Also, I don't know if you're doing it on purpose. I know a lot of people, they throw jabs to hide fireball as well. I don't know if you're doing that. But if you're doing that, nice as well. Jump there, okay. Yeah, be careful about donkey kick in there. Oh, no DP? We gotta get a DP there. Let's see how much time we had. Alright, you get hit here. You had a lot of time here to DP, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely want to get those down. Beautiful, perfect parry. Okay. I like this. That's smart. Go for 2 normals, right? See if you can do some drive damage and see if you can open up with the low. Doesn't happen, that's fine. At least you're pushing him further down, like down the screen, right? Like you're getting closer to the corner and you're putting yourself here in a good range. A lot of Sagat's normals whiff in this range. Very strong. I like the OD fireball as well. Drive rush in. Yeah, so be careful here. I think something that might help you here is let's see if you can get away with something here. So you kind of panicked. It looked like you were drive rushing in. Maybe you thought he was gonna like press something or like reversal. And let's see if we can get away with something here. Yeah, I would say if you see someone neutral jump there, remember you're Ryu. You got a heavy DP. Hit him, right? Put him back in the corner. Get comfortable with your ranges that your DPs hit. It's something that a lot of people like to do in the corner, me included. When you're put in the corner, sometimes, you know, the only where you have to go, you know, because you can't move back, is to go up. So it's worth thinking about. I like the back step there. Yeah, I don't blame Denjin there, honestly. Again, I'm not going to judge every little decision there, because we all make little, you know, decisions not knowing what the other guy's doing sometimes, and it doesn't work. I do it too. All the time. Beautiful perfect parry. Ooh. I don't blame you. I think that was one of those situations where, let's say, sometimes you get a perfect parry at the weirdest time, and when you hit... Oh, is it because you did light jab? Or were they still aerial? What was the problem there? Let's see. Yeah, I guess because they were still aerial. What would be a good option here? Maybe just DP or something? Yeah, I think DP could have been pretty good, because then you can walk up after. That might have been smart. I don't blame you, though. I wouldn't expect the light jab to do that. I forget about the aerial. Okay. I like how you hadn't thrown out the forward heavy punch in a while. Okay, this is great. Optimal. Beautiful. I like the sweep, trying to hit him from the farthest range. Nice. See, now you're doing... Okay. Okay. Your donkey kicks are great, right? Okay, so this was smart, right? You spaced yourself out with donkey kick. Good idea. But, you know, your idea here is to not get hit. You know, like, that's the whole point of donkey kick, is to space yourself out. So no need to throw out a normal yet. Let's see. I'm going to be you really quick, and I'm just going to... Oh, hold on. And player control. Let's go into the same situation here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block. Okay, so you couldn't punish him there, right? Unless you, like, maybe walked further. No, you're not punishing him there. But at least you're not getting hit, right? So don't press after, because you're -8. Okay, fireball. No DP there. Once again, I got to see a DP there. ODDP, very nice. Oh, this is good. Try to find a better conversion off of this. So you got the hit here. You can't get heavy punch. Maybe you could do something like that. Keep it simple, right? Just make sure that you hit him. That's the plan. Okay. Okay. So you could tell here, when you see stuff like this, him throwing it out like twice, like he very clearly likes using his normals at like the furthest range possible. When you're fighting someone like this, you got to remember, okay, they're confident that they're just going to throw out a button, especially with long normals like Sagat. Find your safe space that you can outside of it, and that's where your whiff punishes are going to come through. So try to play a little bit further outside of the range. Now, in this situation, obviously, you're just trying to get in. That's not what I mean. But if you're in that slow, like, you know, like Footsie's game where you're waiting, you're going back and forth, that's when you should be like, okay, maybe I need to get a little bit further now. Okay, nice block. Damn! Okay, you know what? I got no advice for that. This guy's just cracked. Oh, nice conversion. Yeah, meterless. See, this is what I'm talking about. You have such strong little, like, optimal hits, like, into these little conversions. They're so nice. Ooh, with that. Let's see that again. Heavy punch. Okay. I like the backstep there. Obviously, you knew that it's Sagat. He's going to hit you, right? But be careful, because you wouldn't have hit him here even if he wasn't throwing out a button, right? I think in this situation, you're probably better off... Now, I know it's a forward moving move, but I think maybe like a heavy donkey kick would have been better, honestly. Yeah, because you just end up getting hit there. I'm old. Whiff punish is hard. Well, so this is something I've talked to a lot of other people about. If you're struggling with whiff punishes, like just normally, like just playing footsies and you're struggling with it, the easiest way is to set them up in the range for an automatic whiff punish with spacing traps. So I would say mid-screen, you need to be picking up more spacing traps as Ryu. I don't know them personally. I would recommend looking them up, but that is a pretty easy guaranteed way that you only have to react what you're waiting for rather than reacting to any possible option that he could throw out at once. So definitely get some spacing traps. They allow you to put the opponent in the exact range that you want for a nice little whiff punish. Okay, he DP'd. You didn't need to jump. Okay, he's going to drive rush throw. That's hard to beat. No DP, that's fine. You burn yourself out here. And you jumped again. That's fine. Yeah, so I'll stop with those two for now. But overall, I think you do definitely know what you're doing. I think you're already playing a strong neutral game. You have a really good idea of when to throw out fireball, when to use your donkey kick and stuff like that. Maybe after you play a match, if something doesn't work specifically, I would go back through, watch the replay, and be like, oh, why did I press that there? Because in that situation, the last one, I feel like that forward heavy punch, it felt very much like one of those situations where if you just swapped what the button was that you were pressing, you might have been safe. Like, and you might have even hit him. So, but I think you're in a really good spot. I would say work on questioning your buttons that you're using for every situation after a match when they're not working. And then the main one, this is the biggest one. I can't stress this enough. DP, please. You gotta show you can, bro. You gotta show you. Get it down because, oh my God, you would cook the hell out of him. DPs, that's right. And you said you're old, you know, you're struggling with reactions. That's fine. If you got a down heavy punch, right? Just whatever you can do to answer him. Just find a way to do it. But yeah, I hope that helped you out. That's probably all the advice I can give right now because I got to get out of here pretty soon. But yeah, I hope it helped you out. I'll be streaming again pretty soon.